Hello friends, this is Christian Wiese. I wanted to talk to you today about the power of lightworking. When I came across the expression lightworking for the first time, I kind of wondered, what exactly is that? I guess we are the bearer of light. We do God's work, but what exactly is God's work? But then I came across that story, which I really thought was incredible. So there was that hairstylist who one day traveled business class, and somebody asked him what he was doing, and for some reason he blurted out that he was a day maker. The other gentleman was a little surprised and asked him what exactly that was. He said, well, I style people's hair, I generate so much positive energy, I make people stay. So afterwards he was so impressed with his own job title that he put it on his business card. He was a day maker. Now a while later, a woman came to his shop out of schedule, but he made room for her, and they both had a lot of fun. They laughed a lot. And then after a while she went home and he didn't think much about that encounter. But a week later he got a letter from her stating that she in fact intended on that day to commit suicide. She just wanted to look good on that final day. But his positive energy generated kind of so much positivity in her that she decided not to go through. So not only did he make people's day, but on that particular day he actually saved a life. And I think that is perhaps the best description of a light worker. We do what we do best. The light shines on us because we have so much fun, and in the process we really help people. We raise people's vibration. But it's not something that we consciously try to do, it's just something that happens. The light shines on us and we are smart enough to stand in the light. I wanted to reflect a little bit on my own professional journey. I had my awakening when I was in the financial industry. I was an economist there. I had to help investors with their strategies. And when awakening first happened, all I remember about that time was there was just so much fun, so much curiosity. I literally saw a new world. I interacted with people very differently. Instead of being an introvert, I suddenly became very extroverted. And in a sense, I discovered the light, if you want to put it that way. And I shared mostly, not always, but mostly, positive vibration with others. So I'd say there were three different aspects of that new world that I experienced. Number one, having a lot more fun and actually also having a lot more success, which was interesting. Number two, a little spiritual experiment. At that time I was reading the Tao Te Ching and the Course in Miracle, and I kind of realized the whole magic of both of those books was just putting yourself out of the picture and seeing what happens. And I did that in a strategy meeting where 10 people had to discover the truths of the environment together, and mostly they disagreed on everything. And as a leader in that effort, what I did was I just said, all right, I have an agenda, but my agenda coexists with 10 other people. Let's see what happens if we put it all together. And while in the beginning there was always friction, in the last moment when the decision had to be made, somebody always caved in, and suddenly everybody rallied around a unified perspective. And we did that for 7 years, 4 times a year, so 28 times, with a lot of success. So I felt that that kind of little spiritual experiment that I was running was statistically significant, as a scientist would say. So I recommend try that as well. But there was also a third dimension, a little bit of personal growth. I, as a person, had to become a little bit more assertive, a little bit more forceful. So it was a completely different dimension. But in order to be successful, I also had to show up as an individual. So that's really my summary on the perfect job. It's from a spiritual perspective, that is, it's a little bit of everything. Our job is there to help us find the light. And what are the characteristics? Well, we should have fun. We should do what we are good at. Maybe we also are lucky enough that we can earn some money in the process. As a spiritual dimension, do what is meaningful to others, help others. So those are all kind of consideration, but at the end of the day, we do what we are kind of led to do. We kind of follow the energy, we follow the light. And also lastly, I would add there, perhaps that goes a little bit against the whole idea of the light worker. We kind of de-emphasize the entire story a little bit. It's just showing up every day and doing what we have fun doing and doing what we're good at. It's not about us. It's about our interaction with the entire system. Very much like the hair stylist on that day had that significant interaction with that woman, and he didn't even know the significance about it. It was only afterwards that he learned about it. Yet the light was shining on them because they had so much fun. Perhaps leaving you just with one quote of the guru of Ram Dass, who kind of said, just do God's work. The beauty of doing God's work is God does all the work for you. You just show up. I think it's a great way of being a light worker. We travel light, no story, no nothing. We just show up, we have fun, we find meaning. In any case, that has worked for me. It's still working for me, and I hope it works for you too. Thanks for listening in. All the best. Bye.